Welcome back, everyone, and I'm here again with SBR contributor Jordan Sharp, and today we're going to be talking about that Thanksgiving game between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. How you doing today, Jordan?
Doing good, Dex. Thanks, man.
All righty, my man. So 107-yard return kickoff touchdown by Josh Huff. That's how the Eagles started off their game against the Titans, and they never let up. Now, the team kind of makes any quarterback look good. I mean, I'm still trying to assimilate how well Sanchez is actually leading this offense. But anyways, the boys actually had a tough time against the Giants, and it really seemed like they were going to lose that game, but in those final 3 minutes, they proved that the Giants made their biggest mistake of all. If they would have worn down the clock a little bit more, Cowboys might have lost that game, but I guess the league isn't built on maybes. Now, anyways, bookies opened this one in favor of the home team, but only by 3 points. And since the line opened up so recently, there hasn't been much movement on this one. Now, before we get into the game, let me point out that both teams are 8-3 straight up, but while Philly is 8-3 against the spread as well, the Cowboys are 6-5 against the spread. Now, the thing is, if we look a little bit closer to the trends, we will find a very disappointing stat for Philly that says that they are 2-4 against the spread in their last 6 games when playing on the road against Dallas. And one would think that the boys might have the upper hand in this one, but they're 3-7 against the spread in their last 10 games at home. So, I mean, picking a line here with the spread at -3 just makes it a tough game to call. Now, as for the odds, I'm thinking that we might see it close at 3. Probably going to go split on this one because everybody's going to be on both sides. But, I mean, I don't know where to go and where this line might be closing. I mean, as for the value in this game, I think the over 54.5 might be something to look at. But what do you think, man?
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Just noting on the spread real quick, I think that we will see this line close around between 2.5 and 3.5 where it is now. It wouldn't surprise me to see it tick down or up another half point, but that remains to be seen. We'll see what kind of volume is on this game as we get closer to Thursday night. But you're right, the total has just been flying upward. It opened at 51.5. It was there this morning, and all of a sudden, over the last 12 hours or so, it shot up 3 points. So there's obviously some huge volume going on the over of this game. And even at 54, where you can still get it at several books like Heritage and 5 Dimes, I mean, it still might not be a bad value on the over just because these two teams are probably going to want to put the pill in the air, so to speak, on this one and try to outthrow one another. But it's going to be a great game. It's for outright control of the NFC East after Week 13. So I don't know. I do think though that the Cowboys have the edge in this game, just slightly. If the line does tick down to 2.5, I might start thinking about the Cowboys here, but I'm not sure at 3. Just because you don't get as much value with that potential push there with a field goal victory.
Yeah, I think I'd stay away completely from that spread. I mean, I'm actually thinking about props here in this case because we got, DeMarco Murray, one of the best running backs in the league, and we have LaShawn McCoy. He was a good running back in the day. I don't know what's happened so far lately. I mean, he has been putting up some yardage and all, but he's not the dynamic running back that we used to hear of in the game. I'm thinking that we might be looking at some props here that could have some value. What do you think, man?
Yeah, it would depend on obviously which ones in particular, but yeah, I think definitely maybe a DeMarco Murray rushing yards prop or something like that might not be a bad play. As well, I think potentially a Mark Sanchez over/under passing yards play or a Tony Romo one could be pretty good. So yeah, it might be a better way to look at this one instead of really wagering on what is probably one of the closer games of Thanksgiving Day, that's for sure.
Yeah, I agree, man. I mean, it's just a tough game to actually look at. Both teams are tied up. They both want to win the division right now. And honestly speaking, I mean, like I said, it's not really the quarterback right now for the Eagles. It's just that the team is playing so damn well, I think that they can pretty much throw any quarterback in there and they'll make him look good, regardless if it's Sanchez or not. Line-wise, like you said, I mean, it's 2.5 up to 3.5, maybe 3. I think that 3 is just where it's going to settle. I don't think that many people are going to be, fixated on one particular team. I think it's going to be split money on both sides just because of the fact that we really don't know what to expect from either one. From the way that I'm seeing it here, the prop that I'd bet on is to see if Sanchez might throw a couple of interceptions. That's pretty much been his norm lately. So I might be looking for that one in my case, man.
Yeah, it might not be a bad bet. That's not a bad idea.
All righty, Jordan. As always, my man, it's a pleasure talking football with you, and I look forward to doing this again next week.
All right, thanks, Dax.
No problem. And for SBR Picks, this is Dax Floyd.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily